Welcome back to the Flashing Badger podcast. Thanks again for joining us. My name is Gordon. Joining me this week is...
It's Wags.
It's Fitz.
Mike.
We're playing episode 2 of Daggerheart by Critical Role and Darrington Press. If you didn't join us last week, the adventurers were on a cart through the forest. They had just narrowly escaped an ambush. We heard a quick montage of their journey leading up to their arrival in the town of Hush. Join us after the intro. Cue the music.
Flashing Badger, Flashing Badger, alright. Flashing Badger.
Welcome back. As we said, you've just arrived in the town of Hush. Before we get into that, Mike, or should I say Barnacle, tell me 2-sentence summary of your character to remind everyone.
I'm a ribbit, which is I look like a frog, and I'm Underborne. Did I make that term up? I didn't. I am Underborne. I live in the cave system, in the forest, and everything else.
Fantastic. Fitz, you're playing Garrick Reed. Tell me about him.
Garrick Reed is a highborn human warrior, used to a life of elegance, opulence, and prestige. His approaches most conflict with a kill him with kindness attitude.
Wags, you're playing Marlow Fairwind.
I am Marlow Fairwind, lawborn elf. I can barely pronounce her name, let alone attempt her accent, which I won't inflict on my poor suffering colleagues here.
Yeah, last week it sounded like Dick Van Dyke, I recall.
Yes, with a 20 a day smoking habit as well. So I won't subject our poor listeners to that. I'm an elf. I channel the natural world around me. And I'm the right-hand woman to the king, a trusted advisor and emissary of the king.
The three of you on your wagon as it rolls towards the town of Hush. The path leads you deeper and deeper until you come to a large stone pillar that's top to bottom got all these ancient dwarven symbols that you can sort of recognise where they're from, but you don't know the exact meaning. As soon as you pass beyond that stone marker, you feel this small sensation like the barely perceptible noise when a bubble pops. Just a tiny, and the sound is very slightly different. Like some of the sounds of the forest are a little bit fainter on the other side. But the sound of people and of village chatter suddenly gets louder. And you become aware that you're in the middle of, or at the start of, the town of Hush. But the trees of Sablewood don't look any different. They look exactly the same as they did, but there's something that makes you feel more comfortable here and more invited. And as your carriage starts rolling in through the town, you see some of the passerbys, the people out on the street. A few of them smile at you and you get the occasional friendly wave. There's music coming from a tavern that's at the centre of town, and you can see further down the street that this tavern is a giant structure, 6 stories tall. You know that your role here is you have to find the Whitefire Arcanist. Even though you've been on the road for a few days, I'm sure you haven't lost sight of that objective. What do you want to do when you roll into town?
We could ask around at the tavern for the Whitefire Arcanist.
We could. I don't think that... Do we need to keep secret in this mission, Marlow?
We need to be vigilant,
right.
But we don't need to be super secret. We're not expecting trouble, but we're on a mission from the king. Let's keep it professional.
I've got a club lock for our wagon if we need to be a little on edge in this town.
All right, so you... I love that it's literally like a club you put and you bonk the ox on the head with it. So he's unconscious, no one can see it. Bonk.
Can't take him.
Yeah. So you're going straight to the tavern?
Yeah, what's the name of the tavern?
It's the Clover Tavern.
Oh, as if.
Run by David Clover.
Funny you should say that. It was actually started by Dave Clover and Steve Tavern.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's why it's called Clover Tavern. Yep. Is that where you're going? All you all happy with that? You're going straight in. So it's sort of mid-morning when you arrive in the town. So the hustle and bustle is fully alive around the
It's
town.
a bit early for a tavern.
Yeah, but we need a good feed anyway. I'm sick of eating wagon food with you two.
So you get to the base of the tavern there, and it's like this massive ancient gnarled tree that has 6 stories of tavern stacked up it. And this is, from your previous travels in the area, Barnacle, this is like the centre of this community. And there's music drifting out and conversation. You can see that there's a constant flow of people to and from the tavern doors. And they've got a strange, like an unusual tradition here, which is anyone who's a newcomer to the bar has to take off their shoes and hang them over a line that stretches across the bar's ground floor. And by the time you come back to your shoes, what's happened is people have left tokens of like trinkets and tokens of appreciation for you being there. So as you enter the tavern, I'm sure, Barnacle, you've been here before. What would you like to do?
I think Barnacle wears shoes, does he?
I have flippers. I wear flippers over my webbed feet. But I don't need to take my shoes off
you're a regular.
because I've been here before.
I, on the other hand, haven't been here before, so I never one to go against tradition. Garrick does enjoy a tavern or two and the frivolity that goes within, and so I take my very nice, very smooth doe-skin boots off and I hang them over the bar and I make my way in and ask the barkeep for the wine list.
And Marlow, is this something that's, you can be a little bit serious-minded? Is this something that's still you're willing to be a part of? Or?
No, the barkeep looks at me in the eyes and looks down at my shoes and looks back up at me, and I'm just shaking my head. No.
But your knee-high boots could hold so many trinkets.
They sure could. Shame they're not coming off.
So the barkeep kind of looks and sort of shrugs at...
I hop in and I approach the barkeep. I'm like, Eugene, is it? I'm Barnacle. I've been here before.
And he turns to you and he says, "No, you're thinking of my brother. God rest his soul. Every day he's gone is a reminder of what I've lost. What's been taken from me.
Is today Palmer night?
Well, Barnacle, let me tell you about a man who loved a Palmer. Eugene was his name, and we shall never see his like again. When we were boys, I would look across the summer meadow, and we would frolic together.
I should warn you, barkeep, that my friend Garrick here has swung a sword at innocent animals for less than droning on about your dead brothers.
There's Eugene now, and he's taxidermied at the end of the bar.
Well, like, Eugene just walks in. He's like, "Yeah, well, I meant we won't see him again because he's had the morning off. I missed him something fierce, but here he is.
We won't see his like again until afternoon shift.
When he obviously comes.
3 p.m.
Eugene's like, "Yes, Barnacle, I seem to recall. You've been here before, haven't you? Noticed you kept your flips on your foots there."
I think the last time you saw me, I was probably a tadpole.
Yeah, well, I don't...
We're not frogs.
He says, "Yeah, well, what brings you in today? I see you've brought some new friends."
We've had quite an adventure already, Eugene, but we have more adventuring to do.
Fantastic. I expect if I wanted to hear that adventure, I could listen to episode 1 on all good podcast platforms now.
I'm hoping you can help me spot a white fire I tried to do Spotify for you. With
Is that
a white fire arcanist.
That's terrible.
Let me try that again, Eugene.
Go. Eugene's
Lucky
like,
we're friends, Eugene.
He's just staring at me over the bar. My eyes are going big, small, big, small. Eugene, we're hoping to find a white fire arcanist.
White fire arcanist. Well, she lives on the outskirts of town. I do know we can easily help you get there. Let me summon. He sort of looks over the bar like he's trying to pick a face from the crowd there, and he quickly goes, "Louser, Louser!" And he waves. This stout dwarf comes over. She's this sort of heavy-built, quite short dwarf woman with a luscious beard. She's carrying a barrel of ale. She walks up and she's just got this barrel propped on her shoulder, and she's, "Hey, help you?"
Barrel of ale, you say? Woman after my own heart.
"Oh, you flirt, you." "What's that? Looks like some kind of longsword you got there. What's that? Where was that forged? What? Might be one of my ancestors' work."
Oh, this was forged in the fiery pits of Mount Yum.
Start with a J.
Jung.
Is it second or third dynasty, that one?
Second, actually.
Whoa. It's
Garrick, get laid on your own time. We're here on a mission.
It was a bad year for steel, the second dynasty, I thought. But anyway, and you, who might you be?
I'm Marlow Fairwind, emissary to the king.
My word.
How's that white fire arcanist?
Who's
coming
which
along?
king?
The Witch King.
Bear with. No, bear with me while I
He's
check my
haunted.
notes. King Emerus, as it turns out.
Oh, the king.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Not Elvis. This is okay. What nice staff wizard grown. Oh, very posh. What about hello, little one.
Hi.
Hello. You look like an enthusiastic one. Do you want some moss? I've got some moss.
I
Would you
start
like it?
bouncing from side to side, but the frames in the middle are cut, so I'm almost just appearing either side. It's causing me so much stress.
And Lassa's still got this barrel on her shoulder. She's rummaging in her pocket, and she pulls out this like handful of dried out. It's been in her pocket too long. It's clearly a kind gesture, but it's not.
It's not even
good
completely out for show, and my tongue goes whoosh, and grab it, and I got one cheek just puff with it.
It's like, oh yes, I've always liked the Ribbits. They're nice folk. Nice, they're kind people. Kind. The thieving is a problem, and the eating of other living beings, and many other things. But what have you got some kind of, just a little dagger there? What kind of dagger is that? Where'd you get that?
We stabbed a Strix wolf in front of its pups, and I feel bad.
Oh, where'd you get that?
The Strix wolf had the pups.
Oh no, you tried to murder it.
Oh, God.
It's like, oh, and she's clearly a woman who knows her trade and very into the weaponry school and everything. But she never lets this barrel go from her shoulder. So you have a chance to get a word in edgeways. Who's?
What's in the barrel?
Oh, this is ale. This is the 12-year-old special. We like to ferment ale for double long here. This one, you drink a cup of it and you will probably instantly die.
Ooh.
It's almost pure alcohol at this point. It's not even. We use it to clean the floors. But you're welcome to a cup if you'd like.
Pour me a flagon. I decide that we need to find out where this arcanist is, and I might use a bit of the old Garrick charm, if you will, on the lovely young lady here, and try and elicit some information from her about where the arcanist is.
So she's like, look, you handsome one, you look like you've got a question. Spit it out for me.
Well, lovely little one. Where is the number? I've got two questions, actually. One, are you married? And two, where might we find the arcanist?
She sort of blushes and gives you sort of a playful slap. As she leans forward, there's this sloshing from the barrel on her shoulder. Seems like it's about to unbalance her for a second before she says, oh, no, I'm not married. I'm not. No, just stick to myself, stick to my hobbies. But what, the Whitefire Arcanist, was it?
Yes, that's what we're looking for here. Young Luce. And if you could point us in that direction, we would be most happy.
He says, well, the Arcanist is, she's quite busy. I know you've come a long way. It sounds like you've had quite an adventure through the forest with your murdering of the native wildlife. But she's very important. As you know, the Arcanist is very, very important to us here, and she keeps us safe. She keeps the ward up. No one or nothing that means us harm can get into town. So I'll tell you, if you just leave town to your south, there's a road there that leads out past some farmland. Her house hangs from one of the Sablewood trees out that way. You genuinely can't miss it. It hangs almost over the path. You can head off that way. I've got some chores to do around here today, but Eugene's got me working a double.
Oh, he's a beast, that Eugene, isn't he?
He's a lovely man. He's very kind. He thought he'd lost his brother yesterday.
Just hadn't rocked up to work yet.
Yeah.
Both were devastated.
Turns out he was just in the bathroom for 5 minutes. But
They both started holding wakes for each other at different ends of the bar.
Yeah.
By this stage, I'm about 4 Merlots deep as well. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
you haven't even been ordering them.
No.
Putting them on the bar to go out to other people, and you've just been taking
them back.
And poor old Eugene's too distraught at the loss of his brother that he can't.
Well, every time he walks past, I go, to Eugene or to your brother. And he's like, he fills my glass again. So there you go.
It's onto it. You figured out the
And I'm so nervous I keep paying for all the drinks you keep taking.
Right, so you can hang around here a bit, and as you look around inside, you kind of launch straight into speaking to someone. But now that you take the time with your 4 Merlots to look around the inside of the tavern, you can see there's like a central atrium where it goes up to the floors above. But you can see you can go up through the different levels. You can have a look around if you like. But you know that the place is spread across multiple floors, and like I say, you can see a big atrium that goes from floor 1 to floor 2. It's a pretty distinct. There's obviously the custom of bars, the shoes on the bar when you're new. There's something else that the locals do when you're here. What unique custom do they take part in here? Marlow's probably uniquely positioned to observe it with a sort of anthropological knowledge and a good education.
I am. They gift all newcomers with bars of gold and and fine silks and linens. It's terrible, but it's very expensive on the board of tourism.
The bars of gold are sort of triangular though, and they're gold. And when you open them up, there's chocolate inside.
Oh, yum.
Oh, even better than actual gold. Yeah.
But they have to go all the way to the airport just to get them.
Yeah, it's the only place you can buy them. They taste different from the airport. Excellent. You're welcome to spend some time looking around here. Tell me if you want to set out. Tell me what you
Well,
want to
I
do.
sort of figured that perhaps we've been on the road for a while. Perhaps this might be a good place to have a bit of a rest. We're in no rush, are we, Marlow?
We're in a massive rush, actually, but I don't want to push Barnacle beyond what he can bear.
I don't want to offend the locals either, and I know that it's open mic day.
It's fantastic. I look forward to it. Barnacle, so tell us how your set goes when you take the open mic.
I walk up and I hop up really slowly, and the mic has to be lowered for me. I go, I'm sorry if you can't hear me. My voice is a little croaky.
Deafening silence.
Plunges into silence.
Get that money! Get that
I like the idea, and I don't know if I'm about to infringe on copyright here, but that this all dark and a spotlight goes on you. And it just goes, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello,
I was sure it was going to be, it's not easy being green.
I thought I'd give you another one.
All right, so is anyone else want to do anything before you leave? Would you like to take a rest here? Would this be a...
Do they have rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we?
Do they have 3 rooms?
They've got a room with 3 beds.
Tell you what, I'm going to sleep in the wagon and guard the precious cargo that we're...
Can I sleep in the bath, but I can't get back out?
It's too slippery.
You have to sleep in a big box with some holes in the top.
But you don't even know I'm in the room until it's like really heavy rain outside, and then when you check the bath, I'm in the bath. I couldn't get back out.
I don't think we'd really be us if we didn't try and work at this tavern or take over the management of it or anything
Are
like
there
that.
any signs up saying staff wanted?
Funnily enough, there is.
Eugene's gone, you see.
It's gone down, back up, down, back up.
Cover the shift at my late brother. Late, he's going to be 15 minutes
15
behind.
minutes
I'm so sorry. Yeah, he's 15 minutes away.
Does anyone not need to rest or heal and can put a shift in while the rest of us heal?
I wouldn't mind going and having a bit of a rest in one of the rooms.
Yeah, you can do
healing
rest.
a
It's
little
going to
bit.
be a short rest, so you're not going to be...
Well, I've lost a couple of hit points, and I wouldn't mind gaining.
I'll happily do a long rest and fail the mission. I just need to feel better.
You can do a short rest.
I feel like a short rest if me just with a bottle of Merlot in the corner by the fire with some tavern wenches, or
It needs to be one of those games where I basically sit on the bed and everything rejuvenates and I just stand back up because that's how life works.
So you can choose 2 things to do. You can tend to your wounds, you can clear your stress, you can repair any armor if you've used any, or you can make some other preparation which gets you some hope for the journey ahead.
Can I please clear stress?
So 2 of those things you can do. So clear stress is one of them you'd like to do?
Yes, please.
Roll a dice.
A D4.
D4, and you get 1 D4 plus 1.
So I've rolled a 4, which would be 5, and I had 4 stress. So am I right to clear it all?
Absolutely. Do you have any wounds or anything? Or are you just
No, I don't. I was very agile.
Excellent. Fitz, you're going to try and tend to your wounds, are you?
yeah, I'm going to tend to my wounds and my armor.
Okay, so roll 1 D4. 4 plus 1, so you've recovered 5 wounds.
Okay, yep. So that takes me back to
And do the same for your armor.
1.
So you've gone up 2 armor.
Okay, well,
Up to your maximum.
Up to my maximum. Yep. So that sorts me out.
And Wags, you were remaining with the wagon. You were just
Yeah, I'm staying with the
staying
wagon, but I'm going to meditate. And did you say there's something I can do to build up hope for the next?
I think if you're resting, and I think if you're minding on guard there, you're probably
Yeah, actually,
you're probably otherwise
actively doing something.
otherwise engaged.
Yeah.
It's a new market and an opportunity to prosper. These were the words proudly declared in the atrium of Freeburg's Town Hall last week as iconic philanthropist David J. Whistle pulled the rope to unveil the floor-to-ceiling illustration of his plans for the first tavern to be built beyond the mighty city walls. Adorned with the backdrop of the eye-catching Glittergate, the appropriately named Whistle and Parsnip bears the title of the delighted co-owners. When asked what diners could expect to be on the menu, David S. Parsnip hesitated before confidently asserting that venison was a commodity always in stock. 2 prominent families coming together to create a partnership with the sole intent of returning tourism to mighty Freeburg will be a welcome addition since the shock cancellation of the Middle-earth concert tour of Barbra Streisand. Come spring, you will be able to pour on down to the Whistle and Parsnip. Just don't pour your own pints, Sharon.
Flashing badger.
After your little rest there, you get up and you stretch your limbs and get ready to start moving again.
Say goodbye to all the tavern boys and tavern girls and get out of there.
Okay, as you start to leave, you head out south on the road south out of town. And as you make your way through the homes in the village and through the farmlands, you can see all the different, this side of the forest has been cleared back a bit to allow for these fields of fruits and vegetables. And you can see this thin layer of glowing blue moss that's on top of all the fruits and vegetables growing, and it's like the bioluminescent algae. It's kind of slowly pulsing as you go past, and just a really steady heartbeat. But as you pass through, and you can see that the edges of the clearings are ringed with sablewood trees, so each of them has a unique face carved into it, and the eyes are looking in all directions, all around. You get further down the road and you spot this one tree that's taller than the rest, hanging from a long rope looped over a branch there, like a overripe fruit, is the Arcanist's home. You can see it slowly, very slowly moving back and forth, and it's anchored by this giant boulder at the bottom that the rope is wrapped around. And the rope is, a foot across easily. Up in the cabin above where it's hovering, you can see that there's symbols all over the stone down below, but up in the cavern above you can see that there's this soft sort of yellow-green light that's flashing and pulsing intermittently. What would you like to do?
Like she's watching TV or something.
Yeah.
That's totally a ring doorbell on the rock below.
That's right. You walk past it and she gets the notification.
Dog starts barking.
So, Marlow, you might know more about the magical arts than anyone. What would you like to do?
Sorry, before we go any further, what trinkets did I get back from my boots when I left?
It's been so uncomfortable to walk up to our house.
Killing me.
Yeah, you got. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. So you just got a collection of sort of random coins from all different parts of the realm.
Oh, nice.
And the occasional sort of good luck token or charm. You didn't get wealth to permit you to retire. But it's just like a token gesture.
And then a bunch of lame stuff that was clearly re-gifted.
Yeah,
A phone number in dwarvish handwriting going, call me.
Yeah.
that's right.
So I've taken a moment to read the sigils and the magic, the runes inscribed underneath, and it sort of gives off an air of, I won't say friendliness, maybe openness. Like I'm here to help any way I can, but don't waste my time.
Yeah, and the runes on the rock, using your magical background, your magical skills, you can see that some of them seem to be like sort of wards and that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Someone who clearly knows
protection.
what they're on about.
Yeah.
Private parking.
Yep.
Yeah. Tow-away zone.
Yeah. Parking.
No junk mail.
So, Garrick, Barnacle, you guys got any idea what you want to do here?
Well, I mean, this is pretty much the mission, isn't it? To deliver our package to here. So I'm pretty excited.
Did we bring the wagon with us, or is it still club locked back at the tavern?
You brought the wagon with you?
I think the wagon with you. With us.
Go on a mission to go back to the tavern.
And I think it's Marlow here who knows the Arcanist better. Do we just, is it a oi from down below? Or
Effectively.
do we
Yeah.
jingle the bells, or do we
We fire an arrow in through the window and hope for the best.
set the
set
rope
the
on
place
fire
on fire,
and see
yeah.
what happens?
I hide in some bushes. I see where this is going.
So, Garrick, you're yelling up.
Yeah, in an affable sort of.
Give us a demonstration of how that sounds.
I'll just give the universal real loud, oi!
And then he cuts the rope.
And for the next, 10 seconds as you're listening for a response, all you hear is the creak of the rope and the house slowly swinging on its moorings, and no reaction.
I'm continuing various call-outs and, trying to use some charms, get her to the door, doing whatever. It has not occurred to me that she might not be home.
Well, that's what I'm
Climb
starting
the
to
rope
think.
or climb the tree.
Love you thinking suction cup finger boy. Perfect.
And I wrap my tongue around the rope. I go,
Yeah.
You're climbing up?
happy for me to climb up the rope? I'm climbing up
Throw
the
you
rope.
up if you'd
Excellent.
like.
Don't throw me.
Make me an agility roll.
That is a 18 with hope.
Most excellent. Take a hope for a start.
Gladly.
You make your way up this rope, and as you get near the top, you see, slowly coming into view around the sort of external balcony of this house, is this 7-foot tall creature that looks like half humanoid, half sort of firefly. As it's got its back to you, you see it moves in this combination of like incredibly slow movements and then sort of suddenly jerky, like you're missing frames in the picture, like the horror movie monster that skips ahead a bit.
Phasing in and out of sort of.
Almost, yeah. And
Glitching.
slowly, the creature turns around and locks eyes with you.
Such big eyes.
Just your eyes that are just over the brim there. Oh, are you the group Emerus sent from the capital? Oh, you are rather late, aren't you? Oh, come in, please.
My name's Barnacle. My tongue is still around the rope. My friends are down below.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. And the Arcanist goes to a sort of quite a sophisticated pulley and lever contraption with, a crank handle and everything, and releases a brake, and the house slowly starts lowering itself down to the ground. And the house gets to the ground and your friends are waiting there. And there's the three of you, business associates.
And as it's lowered, the two friends who were waiting in the carriage, quite not paying attention to what was going on above them, slowly get squashed and killed.
Yes, by descending
You're
out.
going to say you ambush her. She looks
Launch in the shadows.
She's got funny eyes.
As you business associates enter the treehouse there, you see that inside it's more spacious than you would have expected from the ground. It's like the main room there is crowded with potion bottles and spell books and everything, but there's no like dust, there's no mess. Even though it's really crowded, it's not untidy or messy or anything. And Marlow, as soon as you lay eyes on the Whitefire Arcanist, obviously you know that she's actually a fairy. She's of the fairy folk.
Lucky I brought all this iron with me.
And when you first get there, so she says, "Oh, I understand you must be the group the Damaris sent.
Indeed we are.
Tell me of your journey."
Well, there was an innocent creature in the woods that one of us tried to kill. and
Must we bring that up every time?
we don't have to. We get to. There's a difference.
And the Arcanist sort of looks at you, Garrick, with like a reasonably kindly face, but with a little dropped eyebrow of scorn, perhaps.
She attacked me.
She looked at me funny.
There's still some feathers stuck to the bottom of your boot.
Pick them off slowly. going, she attacked me.
The journey was the journey. We're here now.
So
All I need to do is make sure this package gets handed over safely.
So, and tell me, who was it who guided you to my house?
A kindly person in a local establishment of some sort.
She was very flirtatious.
Oh, flirtatious, that would be Louser.
I have her phone number if you'd like it.
They have phones.
Yeah,
And helicopters, obviously.
when were phones invented? This is medieval times. They got phones. Not mobile phones, obviously. I'm not an idiot.
It's a house phone.
Landline.
No, I don't think they've got, what is it, 24/4 internet or
Dial up.
Louser? Yes, Louser.
That would be
Yes,
Louser.
she's quite a character, isn't she?
She's a very
Tell me, Barnacle, you're a very kindly small chap. Barnacle, tell me, how do you imagine that you might die?
Oh boy. I'm really
Right here, right now.
picturing it getting a lot closer. I picture that someone won't really notice me and they'll back up and a big animal will sit on me.
Oh, yes. Well, that's probably to do with your self-esteem
Oh yeah.
and your own self-worth. And I tell you, Barnacle, you are a treasured colleague here. You're beloved. Marlow, what of you? How have you envisioned your death?
I'm standing there glaring at you, holding my staff in one hand. Just little sparks of electricity are just popping off the end while I'm staring at you.
Marlow, it's remarkably unkind to be displaying one's magic in an environment like this where you are so clearly and obviously outclassed. That's okay. I understand. Your lack of confidence manifests as fear. Garrick, you appear to be a brave warrior type. A man of perhaps slightly advanced aggression. How do you picture your death?
Well, thank you for asking. I hope that my death will be in many, many years in a warm bed, surrounded by warm women with a belly full of wine and my children all around. But if that's not possible, then on some battlefield somewhere, doing heroic deeds, saving the day, and dying bravely.
Well, Garrick, you do impress me as a man who knows his own mind. I find that charming and I find it reassuring. Now, what of this parcel you were to deliver? She goes and does some weird ritual, and her house unfolds like a flower opening and becomes this expansive space now that it's laid on the ground. And she's like, quickly, come and get the parcel inside. So you offload it from the wagon, and it takes two of you to lift it comfortably.
I just need her to sign for the parcel. And I also need to grab a quick sketch of it at the front of her house. Sure, it's been delivered.
So she hurries you inside, and she again sort of reverses the incantation, and the section closes back up. But it doesn't return to the same dimensions it was. It's clearly 20% bigger than it was when you first arrived. And you open up the parcel, and inside the package, you see this massive stone with a lion face carved into the front of it. And Marlow, instantly, you know this to be the keystone for the capital city's main gate. And the Arcanist nods as soon as she sees it, and she says, "Oh, of course your king would want to keep this delivery secret. If anyone knew your city is no longer warded, you could be conquered before sunrise. And with this warning, she starts to unfurl the house again. She says, "Now, we cannot delay. We must all travel to the open vale and revitalize the ward. But such an effort of magic will attract dangerous creatures, and I will need the help of all of you to do this and to help protect the city." You're all staring at her silently.
I'm terrified.
I'm just waiting to get paid. No, I'm just not
I didn't realise it was going to be. It was a drop-off job as far as I was concerned.
We don't
feel
have
like
long.
The king has
Our
sold us
city's
something wrong.
vulnerable.
Absolutely. The
Good
city's
lady.
in danger.
Will there be the opportunity for bravery, glory, and death?
Oh, yes, I should say so.
There's
Oh,
room in my
someone's in.
bag for more potions.
I'm in.
Well, I guess our decisions have been made for us.
Whoa.
The Arcanist puts her hand in, and then these two put their hands in as well into the center, and then I shoot my tongue in onto their hands.
Your tongue goes in the middle.
And then all our hands are stuck together. I'm like, oh, God damn it.
It's one of those like, those old hands.
Those old toys. Are you sick and tired of looking at your dull broadsword? Worried that wenches will think less of you when they see your battered blade? Then introducing Sword and Shine. Sword and Shine is the revolutionary product that can give your weapon a new lease of life. Made by blue wizards from a secret formula, Sword and Shine will really make your blade stick out in a crowd. Just rub Sword and Shine into your blade half an hour before battle and watch your sword magically come to life like never before. Sword and Shine. Plus, if you act now, you will get a free flagon of our exclusive Dagger Dust. Dagger Dust can be sprinkled onto your blade to make it magically glow in the dark. Never have trouble fumbling for your dirk in the dark again. With Dagger Dust. Sword and Shine plus Dagger Dust. Order now.
Flashing Badger.
So the Arcanist has told you, obviously, that this ritual has to be conducted to repower the stone. This is such an important magical artifact to defend your city. So you load up onto the carriage, and over the course of almost a day of travel, you follow her directions, and you end up at the open vale. The first you know of it is when your carriage pulls into this mysterious clearing that's a perfect circle in the middle of the woods. And it's the only area of the Sablewood that you've seen where you can actually see the sky perfectly through the hole above. It's a unique experience after having spent so long under the canopy. And this, obviously, is the open vale. So the Arcanist turns to you and she says, "Marlow, you are from a more formal school of magic. You may not be familiar. This is a strong site of ritual magic. It's where I first forged the ward pillars that reside around Hush and form its barrier. I almost died doing that ritual, but I don't wish to speak of the detail with you, for fear of angering the forgotten gods and inviting their woe upon me." You continue slowly trundling through the site and into this clearing, and eventually she sort of perks her antennae up and says, "This is good, stop, here, as if she's felt some calling from within. Just come and help me, I'm old, come and help me." And she touches the side of your carriage and it sort of unfolds in the same way her home did. Stands over the crate which you drag out, humming there. And as the sun is slowly setting, it's getting darker and darker. Her body gets brighter and brighter and she glows and flickers. And she says, "I will need an hour of time to prepare. You all enjoy the night air while you can. We'll be very busy soon." Night slowly comes and it gets to the middle of the night. The Arcanist suddenly snaps out of her motion and says, "Oh, the keystone has responded! Quickly, protect me. The ritual must begin now or I will lose the pathway. Hurry!" And her body begins glowing brighter and brighter until it's like almost difficult to look at her. Her eyes slowly roll back into her head and the carriage starts like rattling until, looking down at the wheels, you can see it's almost a foot off the ground, just sitting there rattling as if caught in a turbulent airstream. From nearby, in the surrounding woods, you hear these unearthly screams echo out as this pillar of arcane energy reaches up into the night sky. From nearby, very nearby, you hear this rumble, like it's the combination of dirt being thrown into an open grave and an earthquake a long way away. And a clawed skeletal hand reaches its way up through the ground. And turning around in the looking at the different quarters of the circle that you're in, you see 4 decayed skeletons hauling themselves from the ground, maggoty remnants of skin hanging off them and their mouths permanently open in this rictus grin, and they start stumbling their way towards you. You know the Arcanist is infinitely vulnerable the way she is at the moment, and if the ritual gets interrupted, you don't know what'll happen. This could be a psychomagnetheric explosion like the Tunguska incident of 1912. It's Ghostbusters. It could be a cross the streams moment, so you just want to make sure that you protect her here. These skeletons begin lumbering their way towards you.
Towards us or the Arcanist?
Well, you're standing 3 feet from her, so it's difficult to tell at the moment.
I don't think we take a chance. I think we assume we should kill these things.
I think I'm with you.
I'm happy for
We
you
run
to
away.
assume these are bad, unlike the beautiful winged.
No. I will try and negotiate with these. I've learnt my lesson. I don't want to get mocked by you lot again. I'm going to go out there and try and be affable towards them. I'm not.
Well,
by the way.
you can do that. I'm going to try and set them on fire with my magic.
Okay.
I'm going to launch straight into an attack against the. Did you say there was a giant skeletal thing?
No, there's 4 normal skeletal things.
If they all combined, would there be one giant?
If they
skeletal thing?
Voltroned, they would be
Yes,
a very
thank you.
large skeleton, but they show no signs of
Okay.
Voltroning.
Are they all sort
One's
of
blue,
within
one's
close-
yellow, one's red, one's green.
No, they're all sort of far away, but you can move. You can make a move to move into close and zap at one of them if you like.
No, I can attack far. I was thinking if there might be some sort of way I could attack them all at once.
Yes, they're all close range. They're close.
Okay, all right.
They're not
I am-
melee, but they're close.
I am going to use my dual staff immediately, and it's still got the dial set to electrical mode. I have an ability, spellcast called Primal Origin, where I can, after I cast a spell or make an attack using a weapon that deals magic damage, so my dual staff, I can mark a stress to do one of the following. There's a few options, and hit an additional target within range. So I'm going to sort of do a chain lightning type
Sure.
on 2 of the
Okay.
skeletons.
Roll that for me.
14 with fear. And I'm going to expend a stress and hit 2 of the targets.
All right, so roll damage for me.
4.
You see this lightning blast jolt from one enemy to the next across 2 of the targets in front of you. The other 2 are behind you somewhere, sort of having come out on even points of the circle. And the 2 of them seem to rattle and shake, and one of them, the decaying plate that it had hanging off it, the leather strap finally gives way and its armor drops off, leaving it naked, skeletoned.
Most skeletons are naked.
Well, yeah, it doesn't even have an armor plate hang on to it anymore, but it's still, both of them keep lumbering towards you with their swords in hand.
They all have swords.
So, Garrick, what would you like to do? You're hearing in the distance a sort of inhuman wailing, I suppose I should say. And it's the kind of screech that puts an absolute chill through you.
Oh dear.
And you have the feeling that something is approaching.
Can I tell what direction?
Yeah. Sort of two overlapping screeches seem to be coming from the same way.
I think we need to take care of the skeletons first.
I would tend to agree there. I line up the nearest skeleton, probably not one of the 2 that he's lined up, and
Yep.
I charge at it,
Excellent.
screaming my death battle cry. I've rolled a 10 with hope.
Okay. So you swing wildly at the skeleton and you're chopping away, impacting bone, but it seems to do absolutely no damage. The thing doesn't even flinch when you're striking at it. Barnacle, just as you're about to do whatever you're about to do, coming through the woods are 2 large creatures that look like collections of, they're like golems made of forestry materials. It's like clumps of sticks and earth and moss, ethereal looking beings with bits falling off them all the time, but they seem to be comprised of the very effluent that makes up the forest bed itself. So clumps of moss and trees and things, along with the occasional animal skull sticking out, but they have a strange immaterial quality to them. And if you knew a name for them, it would be a forest wraith. You know that these things are conjured of all the ill will and the predatory nature of the forest.
I thought they were going to be on our team.
I thought they were coming to help
And they
there
were
for a second.
earthly.
So they launch into the clearing. They're still reasonably long distance away from you, but you can definitely see them coming.
Okay. I'm going to move into the nearest shadows with a view of hiding. So a finesse maneuver to try and hide.
Okay.
I've rolled a 10 with fear. I get +2, so that's now a 12 with fear.
You slink into a shadow and seem to flick from view. I'm going to use one of my fear to activate. The forest wraith advances in close. You see it launch its way straight into the clearing of one of them. The other one seems to be hovering back at the edge of the clearing, but one of them launches straight up towards where the arcanist is doing her ritual, and it swings at her with its sort of clawed, gnarled hand reaching out. But it doesn't seem to connect. It seems to somehow be repelled by the energy coming off the arcanist there. Doesn't seem like it can make contact with her, but you can see it still standing there struggling to hit her.
Well, I think seeing as our duty here was to protect the arcanist, I might sort of do the old push kick this skeleton that I'm dealing with away and make straight for that arm that's reaching out towards the arcanist and make the move as if to chop it off.
All right.
And I've got a 15 with fear plus my 2 makes it a 17 with fear.
So you need to roll some damage for me because your sword swings into this thing and it seems to, for a second as it's passing into it, it sort of seems to bite. Roll me the dice and let's see how badly it
I
affects
do have sword and shine on my sword.
There it is.
Excellent.
So just to let you know.
Yeah, I'll give you a +1.
No, I've rolled a 1 damage. However, I do have a human ancestry. Sorry, I do have an ability called Domain, which is a not good enough. It says I can re-roll any 1 or 2 of my damage dice.
Most wonderful. Let's do that.
So that's my warrior code there. Not good enough. And I've come back with a 7.
All right.
A +3 makes it 10.
10. Fantastic. You feel, like I say, you feel that sword sort of bite, but you don't feel like it's made the full impact that it could. The creature sort of recoils a bit and screeches and turns its attention to you, but it doesn't seem like it's been badly affected. It seems to you, if you had to guess, you'd say that this thing is probably resistant to some kind of physical damage. You're chipping off the parts that it's conjured together with it, but you're not actually hitting the essence of the thing, if that makes sense.
Damn. I feel like now I might be a bit useless here. All I have is my brute strength and sword and nothing else.
Give it time. We'll work on something. I'm still attacking these skeletons. I think I'm just going to keep them at bay while Sir Knight in Shining Armour over here goes at these giant monsters.
Does nothing, apparently.
Yeah, I'm going to attack again, but rather than sort of try chain lightning this time, I'm going to focus and just attack one.
Fantastic. Roll the attack
I'll roll
for
for
me
the
first.
attack. I've rolled a critical success.
Most excellent.
Bloody fantastic.
All right. Now roll the damage dice for me.
All right. 9.
The skeleton bursts into 100 pieces with some of the individual bones having caught fire and are flung off to the four winds.
So you're saying it was effective? Is
It's been completely
Moderately effective.
to mush. Glancing over when this happens, you can sort of see that the Arcanist ritual seems to have progressed to the next stage. She's gone from chanting to, moving her arms or whatever. But there's some almost imperceptible increase in the magical energy going on around there. It seems to you like she's making progress.
Barnacle saw your attack that was physical damage that didn't do a lot against the Wraith. So I'm going to play it safe and I'm going to target one of the skeletons instead. I'm currently cloaked and in the shadows. My goal now is to reappear behind one of these skeletons.
Yep.
Before I do it, I've got something really cool for you. I've gathered 3 hope over our sessions. I'm going to spend all 3 on a move called Rogue's Dodge, which just allows me to now have a constant +2 evasion, which will take me to 15, until an attack gets through to me, and then I go back to my 13.
Excellent.
So I'm now up to 15 evasion. I wanted to do that now before he turns around and smacks me.
You are like the Steven Seagal of
You're like
ninja fighting.
Yes.
You're like a shimmering shadow in the middle of the fight there. Okay, so roll your
Thank you,
attack.
but I prefer Steven Seagal.
roll your attack.
Excellent. I've rolled a 7 with hope.
So again, you've got advantage, so you get to roll again.
Yep, coming out of the shadow, so I roll again, and it's not any better. So it's still a 7.
No, because you actually have doubles there, which means you've done a critical.
Hey!
So even though you haven't met the number,
yeah.
that's still counts, because even though it was just a 3 and a 3,
Amazing.
so it now counts as a critical. The skeleton that you're hitting, roll the damage for me.
I have a 7 + 1 is 8, and I get to add a d6 because I'm coming from the shadows.
Yeah, and you're also going to get, because it's critical, you're going to get the the D8 damage again. So you're already at 8 plus 9 plus whatever.
Do I need to keep rolling?
You sure don't.
Oh, I thought you sure do.
I'm happy for you to
Going home.
Oh my god, I think we should just leave.
So again, you pop out of the shadows and you drive this knife with all your force straight into where the head meets the neck of this skeleton, and it just explodes. Bones go in random directions. It's absolutely destroyed in front of your eyes.
I was right to pick the skeleton. Although, if that would have damaged a wraith, I would cry.
And again, it seems to you like the sort of thrumming is becoming stronger. The magical energy in the air is building. Picture the scene. You're sitting quietly in your village when suddenly you're approached by a servant of some evil war boss. Wouldn't you like that servant to be far away? Quickly? All manner of problems can be solved with rapid ballistic relocation. Orc invasion?
Sheen.
Missed bin night?
Sheen.
Nagging spouse?
Sheen.
Door-to-door religious zealot asking you to worship Bog Al Karuk?
Sheen.
When it comes to trebuchets or catapults, there's only one name to trust.
Sheen.
Sheen catapults have been based in the Dwarven district of Freiburg for over 360 years, and our catapults are credited with repelling no less than 12 orc invasions during that period. We have the Justice Bringer 2000 Pro Signature Series now in stock. Guaranteed accurate launch counters on our refurbished models, which come with a 100 launch or 2-year guarantee. Sail on until Harvest Day in loving memory of our sadly departed dealer principal.
Sheen.
Flashing badger.
Garrick, you're still tied up. In fact, you know what? I'm going to spend a fear here.
Oh no.
And from nearby,
Oh no.
2 more skeletons pull their way out of the ground
Oh.
and start making their way towards you.
Is this wraith turned its attention to me, or is it still trying to get to the Arcanist?
No, it's turned its attention to you mostly now.
Could I lead it away almost?
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll try 2 things at once. I'll try doing that by just swinging madly at one of these skeletons behind me. I'll go the one that I hit the first time. Didn't seem to do anything. And maybe, I don't know, go for the legs or something. Try and get its legs out from under it.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Make that attack for me. I'm happy that the wraith is pretty focused on you now because you've gone up and annoyed it, and you clearly caused it some harm.
Yeah. So I've got a 12 with hope, plus 2, a 14 with hope.
Roll your damage for me.
That's a 5. Plus 3 makes it 8. Sorry, I keep forgetting my plus 3 on my longsword.
So you absolutely sweep this skeleton's legs out from under it, and sure enough, you just hack both legs off below the knee, and it sort of hangs in the air for a second, and then drops. And as soon as its knee joints hit the ground, it explodes into a random collection of bones, and it's gone. It's disappeared. You can't feel the malignant energy there anymore, but you can. Again, this ritual seems to be reaching somewhat of a crescendo now.
I feel like when we kill the skeletons, it seems to affect the magic somehow. Because I'll tell you what, the wraith hitting the wraith didn't kill it, and it felt bad.
Double kill.
Ultra kill.
Ultra kill.
So Barnacle, you've got in your shadows. You've done that. You've struck out. What do you? There's one more skeleton left roaming around, and there's these 2 wraiths still that are, they're distracted. They're not leaving, but they're.
Look out, skeleton. I love an easy fight. I'm only little frog. But I'm going to take a stress so that I can perform my favourite move, which is my ribbit tongue attack.
The one-legged tongue punch.
Because I can simply shoot my tongue out and grab a bone. I'm going to grab his pelvis and pull as hard as I can.
Like Jenga Tower.
And all the other bones will come apart as a result.
You've paid attention during the hip bones connected to the...
You got something to say?
But the visual of it not coming apart is just this skeleton just
dragging your...
also clearing by your tongue.
No consent.
Roll your dice for me.
No consent.
This is a finesse close, so it's plus 2, so it's a 15 with fear.
Great. Roll your damage for me.
Amazing, because this is a D12 on my damage. I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6. Fantastic. So tell me what happens when you yank this skeleton's pelvis out
I do such a
Unconsenting
quick
skeleton.
whip with my tongue, which yanks the pelvis clean free. And for a brief moment, there's a skeleton standing perfectly still, and he moves towards me a little, but then realizes the physics don't work, and all the bones just. But when they fall, they make a cool xylophone.
It's like, yeah.
And into a pile, the skull just sitting on top going,
And somehow blinks.
He's got eyelashes, despite having no eyes in his sockets. Yeah, of course.
it's a womp womp typing.
I have to make them not as scary, otherwise I won't play the game.
It's fair. I'm going to activate one of the forest wraiths. It turns around and it launches at Marlow. And going to make an attack towards you.
As it should.
He has rolled an 8, which I think your evasion was 10 before. So again, very fortunate. They're reasonably inept. Your ducking and weaving continues.
Yes.
Marlow, how would you like to respond?
I've got a few spells and things to cast,
You're like, it's like Mike at the disco. The only move he's got is the sprinkler, so he just keeps using it.
but it works incredibly
What have I
well.
got here? Dispel Wraith? No.
Protect Arcanus.
Immediately
No.
win the game. No.
Marlow, you find yourself, you're in this sort of mid position now where you're halfway between, there's the two that are on the edge of the forest. You're halfway between them and the Arcanist. They make their way back towards you. They're both still at close range.
Excellent. I have a spell I'm going to use. Rain of Blades. Sounds as much fun as it is. I get to...
Hang on, you had this spell the whole time?
I'm saving it. This is like an anime episode. You know, I have to use this amazing, incredible attack just once at the very end.
All right, so you'll roll your duality dice for me.
Roll 9 with hope. Sorry, with fear. 9 with fear.
Your blades clatter harmlessly from the ground around them. You've missed every single one of them.
I know why you saved it to the end then.
So the knives are falling like hilts down, so it doesn't just minorly inconvenience people.
I actually...
Dangerous to walk through.
Rain of blades and all these plastic rollerblades just fall to the ground.
I think I roll per target.
Okay, give me another roll.
So I'll give you another roll. And that is a 19 with
That
fear.
looks a lot better.
Wow,
Have some more fear.
much better.
19 with fear. And targets I succeed against take a d8 plus 2 magic damage. So I'm going to 5. I'm going to spend a stress and double a damage die to 10. So 10 plus 2, 12 damage against one of the Wraith.
He's doing the take a turn in a Euro game of I tap this card and add plus 2 cheese, which triggers this effect.
The wraith that you've targeted, there's this unearthly scream as blade after blade just plummets into it, and these blades are ethereal and purple coloured because that's the magic colour.
Obviously.
And the creature screams, and you see the bits that make it up, all the twigs and leaves and things start dropping to the ground. But then as they all fall off underneath, you can see this spectral form that sort of quivers and slumps and then finally just flits out of existence. And again, the scream from the ritual now is almost overwhelming to you. It's pounding in your ears like drums. Garrick.
I would like to just acknowledge that I softened that wraith up. Okay.
You warmed it up.
I warmed it up. All right.
Hilariously, it's actually the other one, but no problem. I'm actually going to use, you know what, I think you guys have got it too easy now. There's 2 more skeletons are clawing their way up from the ground right near the Arcanist.
I like skeletons.
I don't have any cool move. Mine is basically, my one move is the hit and hope.
Look around for a steel chair.
A ladder, something like that I can just climb up on the top of. I'm just going to go the old, again, nothing too spectacular. The straight up smashing it with the blade.
hit 'em hard ability.
With a hit 'em hard ability.
The Garrick special, we call it.
Garrick special. Yes, exactly. I have a 17 with fear.
Wow. Okay, so I will take a fear. Roll your damage for me, please.
It's a 5 plus 3. It's an 8 again.
Yet again, how do you describe for me how you hit this one? He's gone. He's dead. But tell me how
So
it
I've
plays
gone
out.
for, so the last one I did the leg sweep thing, and that worked quite effectively. This one, I'm going to do the old razzle dazzle and the big, as I come towards it, do the big round sort of.
Oh, yep.
The
helicopter.
lasso,
Yep.
helicopter.
Helicopter.
The
Yeah, they've just been
helicopter with
invented.
one hand, and then there's just what do we call it? They were invented, weren't they?
The gyro.
The gyro, and then swing it straight down across this skeleton completely.
Absolutely. And there's the noise, the crunching noise of shattering bones is rings loud in your ears for a second before there is an almighty boom from the center of the clearing where the arcanist is performing her ritual. And the time seems to pause for a second. And there's like utter silence before all of a sudden there's this rushing in, like the air suddenly rushing back into the clearing where you are. Your carriage, which was hovering that foot off the ground, just drops to the ground and all four wheels snap off it.
Oh.
Sure enough, the keystone in the bed of the carriage is like vibrating with arcane energy. And this wave clears out through the forest and you see it sweep down the wraith at the edge of the clearing, and the remaining enemies dissipate and turn to dust, and their sort of ether is carried away in this unnatural wind.
The finest minds in all of the elvish kingdoms have crafted a new large language model for sharing elvish wisdom and insights with the feeble human mind. Welcome to Chat ELF. Ask me anything.
Can you please write me a peace treaty to resolve military conflicts and trade disputes with my neighbouring kingdoms?
No, your human conflicts, your wars, your empires are all meaningless.
We are a band of human mercenaries fighting a savage dragon. How can we defeat it?
You can't. Make peace with your mortality and die.
Hey, Chat ELF, is there actually anything at all you can do to help humans?
No, but I'll hand it to you. That's the first insightful question I've ever heard a human ask. Chat ELF. On second thoughts, human, you're not good enough to use it.
Flashing badger.
You make your way back after fixing the wheels on the wagon. You make your way back to the tree house. The arcanist, when you got her back there, she's weary. She looks even older. She looked ancient before, and now she looks 1,000 years old. And she says, "You fought hard, and I'm not surprised, of course. The king does keep good company. The keystone will need a week, maybe more, to allow the magic to settle. I'll keep it here and watch it carefully to ensure nothing cracks or becomes sentient or anything of the like. You know how it is. In the meantime, after you rest and gather yourselves, you may have a nice hot meal and bath in town. I have just one more thing to ask for you." You pull out the arcanist home and out the forest itself. You see the verdant expanse from above and twisting stone spires breaking through the tree line, each with a flame flickering within the tower like a beacon. She says, they're like fast travel points. She says,
What's going on?
"There's a spire just west of here, maybe a few hours' walk. I felt it on the way to the ritual, and its power was strange. The light felt weaker than it should be. I think something might be terribly wrong with the spire keeper. When you're ready, go and investigate." She hands you a map and points you in the direction of your next adventure.
And a waypoint appears on our HUD.
She's like, right, you can fast travel there anytime you like. But that concludes the adventure in Sablewood. And you've successfully achieved your mission, Marlow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
These two were just sort of hired help, but obviously you were the
They came along for the ride.
impetus
Goons.
behind the success.
Did they drop any loot? The wraiths?
You got a rusted sword and a skull of a
skull?
Strixwolf.
Oh, what? Oh, no! It died!
A necklace with a big Strixwolf skull and 6 little ones around the sorry.
Oh, too much. Thanks very much for playing.
Thank you.
It was it's a slightly longer episode this week because it's a special event. Daggerheart being sort of a new game and all, we thought we'd give it a try. Barnacle, Mike, what was your favourite moment of the adventure there?
I think my favourite moment, and you didn't give me enough for it, but was simply my character, the Ribbit, getting stuck in the bath.
Yeah, I did enjoy it.
And appearing after heavy rain somehow in the bath.
And she's stuck.
But I'm not a frog.
No, like we could have done an episode just of you right now. Roll agility to get out. Okay, you get one hand hooked over the edge. No, you failed that.
Oh, back in you go.
Back to the plug.
Garrick, Fitz.
Yes.
Thank you. I think you were a pretty valuable player there.
Well, after my initial faux pas with the Styx creature,
Yeah.
I thought I'd go charging into battle, not realizing that perhaps it wasn't the battle I should have gone charging into. But
Pick your battle.
Post my adventure, I head back to the Treehouse Tavern, meet up with a young dwarven lady with whom I met earlier in the adventure, and we recover.
Your dream of running a tavern in an RPG finally comes to life.
Well, I've heard that the brother of the tavern keeper has recently
He's recently passed his carriage driving test. Having a wonderful time.
So yes, my one particular move of hit them hard.
Yep.
Was what came in handy, and I'll just have to come up with some more out there ways and flashy ways of doing that.
Marlow, Wags.
I had fun. A bit like Garrick, I had one move that I used exceptionally well until the end of the anime episode when
Lightning
I decided...
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
It seems to work.
If I could shoot lightning, it is all I would do.
I was onto a winner.
I call it the Emperor's move.
Yes, I had fun electrocuting things.
Yeah, when you go, I'll pull out a spell and go, here goes lightning again, and you go, it's the raining of blades.
Yeah, I
Why
was.
have you not used this every time?
Because they have to be very close.
As far as I can tell, it didn't cost you anything to do.
I would have killed the cubs.
It feels. Look,
I had to spend a hope.
I appreciate that for the dramatic escalation of these things, you kept it to the end.
Yeah.
So
And it
thank you
didn't
very much.
clarify. It just said blades. And at one point, all these vampire hunters fell from the sky.
Who had outstanding tax debts. The IRS agents following him did all the damage.
Oh, I loved it.
Right, you have been listening to the Flashing Badger podcast, where we just played Daggerheart, made by Critical Role and Darrington Press. If you want to grab a copy, jump on Drive-Thru RPG, use our affiliate link, that would be lovely. It doesn't cost you any more, but it helps us. Please leave us a review in universe. Perhaps you could be the wildlife sanctuary that's just had to take in 6 Strixwolf cubs, or a patron at the tavern that's recently come under new management and has suffered a bereavement in the family. We'll read out our favourites, and please tell your friends about us, viewers or listeners even. Help us more than anything.
Your support can continue over at Patreon if you have money that is burning a hole in your pocket. For only $1 a month, it contributes to both the painting channel and the podcast, and you get behind-the-scenes exclusives. This also includes the table reads that we do of our goofy commercials, which is the homework Gordon sets for us, and you get an idea of what's on the way next. Yes, there is a painting channel. I am Mike from Flashing Badger Painting, so if you'd like to see me paint little action dollies, you can come hang out with me over on that channel as well. And we have a Discord, hundreds of us in the Discord, where we have the painting side with friendly painting competitions, but we also have RPG discussions. I'm always badgering Gordon to have more interactive stuff within the RPG part of the Discord, so people can maybe vote on characters and systems and narrative game-changing moments.
Next time on the Flashing Badger podcast, we will be playing a brand new RPG. We're probably going to chuck it on the Discord and see if people want to vote for what system we might use, what adventure we might play, so be sure to jump on there and check it out. Thanks very much for playing. I've had a great time. As always, I've been Gordon.
I've been Mike.
I have been Fitz.
I have been Wags.
Thanks very much. We'll catch you next time.
Flashing Badger. Flashing Badger. Alright. Flashing Badger.